in the far eastern part of Nagaland, locates a small yet beautiful village named Litim in Doensang district with a total population of around 900 and 170 households. It is situated 61 kilometers away from the district headquarters.
Hello, my name is Wati.
Mula nam sokumana nase aro moy Litim pusti.
Tumai, tatpo, jalo sanga ibo ulinda.
And welcome to this Litim village.
Under Doensang district, Nagaland state lagase.
Lepton Chang Inge, council chairman.
My name is Tushla. I work in an NGO called Illiterate Christian Society in Doensang. This is also a part of the project that we have implemented, supported by Dada Trust, which is called Dada Water Mission.
Tata Trust, in her 129 years of existence, have been working towards creating an impact in lives of communities, which is deep, wide, and irreversible. One of the objectives of the trust to build a nation which can help communities to flourish and actualize their opportunities while become sustainable. In Nagaland, when we started working on sanitation project, we realized that the transporting material from the plain lands to the hilly terrains was very difficult, and the cost was also very high. When we started communicating with the communities, they have come out with the idea about how they can build bamboo based toilets, and I think it was very innovative idea where community came forward. They actually have some experience in using the bamboo for their houses. They use the same technology and use bamboos for creating toilets. I think that was really very heart-touching moment when we felt that the local material could be used for creating toilets. And I think then this also has actually got an imagination of a lot of other villages, and they started adopting bamboo for creating toilets.
So this project is all about sanitation and water conservation. In other parts of Nagaland, you won't find like many women and older people carrying water, but in this village, since there is no pipeline connection, this village, like early in the morning or even during daytime, we will see that children after school or elderly people who is in the village who doesn't go to the field, they will go fetch water from the pond.
Ito tinggi panagana pisli to amahan to peshi ekdam race paise aro time pi pishi race paise. Pola to ito tinggi na pana time de to le mohon peshi time aro peshi khang to phari. Chabo aro mathate pogina nipo aro time pi peshi chai thaka to ito tinggi panagana pisli to mohon to.
The sanitation condition was very poor till 2015 in our village, and we were facing a lot of problems due to these airborne and waterborne diseases.
Toge sejang lichen haubu ko, kai aibu konsa ko kan ko, kai gige lang kai ho project longan lichen jam kai tanggo kai ho ba hong ayeng ko mangyuk.
When we see the term sanitation, it's in simple terms, it's like access to clean toilet, access to clean environment, access to clean surrounding. But then again in Nagaland, when we see the Nagaland scenario, some villages still practice open defecation. When we say semi-open defecation, it's like there is no proper toilet, there is no proper pits, there is no proper structure. So, I mean, those were the struggles in this village. And so, after the brief feasibility study, we decided that, okay, this village is important, and then they really need support from various funding agencies. And so, after the study, we finalized with this village. Out of the 16, we dropped down to 8, and then from 8, we dropped down to 4 from various agencies, we decided that okay, these 4 villages will be taken for the implementation phase. In a Naga society, it's like we need to make the community understand the importance of whatever project or whatever things that is there. We have to make them understand and realize it. Else, like villages, they don't know. For example, say they don't have a proper toilet or a sanitation. They don't realize that okay, maybe it is because of the insanitary toilet that they are facing lots of issues. I mean, they don't realize that, but during the planning phase, there were lots of awareness, lots of trainings with the community, with the women folk, why we need to have a proper toilet, why we need to have good water supply. So lots of awareness and lots of training happened. And therefore, like in the later part, the community realized that, okay, we need to have a proper sanitary toilet, low cost. And then the community said, okay, whatever, funds you can help us, and then we will raise. And therefore, the Dada Trust came in with the support of 40%, which, we use the money to buy like cement, sand, which is not available here. But then the 60% share from the community, like from each household, is like they will contribute their own labor costs. They will, they will contribute. They will take the stone boulders from the field, from the riverside. I mean, that becomes their contribution of 60%. And one thing that we have realized is the skill. Because we are not like trained masons. We decided that, okay, we are not going to, get masons from outside. We will train the community here so that they have the skill and then use it for themselves, even in the future. The youths who do not do anything, just stay idle, they will also go to the riverside, carry stone boulders, and then they will chisel it into, usable various shapes. Even for the roof rainwater harvesting thing, we train the masons only.
Himalayan region, which consists around 11 hilly states, largely depend on the springs water, specifically for their drinking, domestic and agriculture water needs. Availability of water near to household enables households for a better hygiene practices and also continuously maintain their toilets hygienically. Since we adopt process-driven approach, we work with communities to identify their needs and priorities and accordingly design the interventions. This is also in alignment with the UN's SDG 6, which advocates that drinking water and sanitation sectors should be integrated so that we achieve the larger health outcomes. In Nagaland, the communities have a very strong social structure and institutional mechanism, which is called village council. We have started working with the village councils. We build their capacity and we help them in terms of designing the solutions. And at the same time, we also help them to understand that how the systems could be sustainable. More importantly, the communities take ownership of all the process, starting from the planning, implementation to operation and maintenance. And hence, I think we could achieve good success in the sustainability. In 2018, Niti Aayog's report also indicates that the springs in Himalayan region have been drying up very fast. which has a very direct impact on fragile ecology as well as environment. It also has impact on availability of drinking water, because most of the communities depend on springs for their drinking water requirements. We also find that the women and adolescent girls, which carries most of the responsibilities of fetching water, have to travel long distance to get the 10 or 20 liter of water for their drinking and domestic use. In this effort, we also partner with the local government who are in charge of land and water management to ensure that we supplement their efforts, and these learnings can also be adopted into the policy framework. In partnership with local communities, civil society organizations and the government, we implemented this project in around 100 villages across 11 districts of Nagaland. We felt that this project has created strong local community champions as a water managers. At the same time, the government's capability has also enhanced a lot. With this approach, we feel this kind of experiences will infuse into the policy framework and can help in scaling up this kind of a program, not only in Nagaland but in other hilly regions of the country.
In the project, we have 3 phases. One is the pre-feasibility study, second is the planning phase, and the last is the implementation phase. So in the pre-feasibility study, lots of from the study, lots of reasons came up, like why we should take up this particular village. And so we had to make the villagers understand the importance of a good toilet, a good sanitary toilet, which is like very helpful for the community. So the villagers' life are very simple, so they don't understand that, if they defecate outside or if it is semi-open defecation, they don't understand the effect on the environment. They don't understand the effect on their health. They don't understand the effect on their surroundings. So, we also had to work on lots of awareness, behavioral change of the community. And so in this village, we have constructed 100 toilets, 100 sanitary toilets, which is which we call it as no see, no smell, not touch kind of thing, because, when we defecate, we should not smell it, we should not touch it, we should not see it. That is what we understand. But then, initially when we intervened, they were semi-open defecation. So we intervened through this program, and then the villagers didn't realize that we had this survey in the health center about the airborne disease and the waterborne disease. And then we realized that most of these airborne disease and the waterborne disease were related to sanitation and the environment. We really had to, convince and then tell the community about the importance of sanitation, about the importance of why airborne disease, why waterborne disease. But the general idea of a good sanitation, the behavioral change of the community, now in this village, if we ask someone to go and defecate outside, no one will say, okay to defecate outside.
In terms of the health outcomes, we observe that because 100% households have been using toilets, they could actually reduce the waterborne diseases, specifically diarrheal diseases, by 70%. And at the same time, the households also could reduce their medical expenditure by 550 to 60%, and that's a great achievement. We also observe, because adolescent girls and female could prevent undue issues related to dignity, because they can have a toilet within their household premises. We also found that this is a great value in reduction of opportunity cost loss, since communities don't have to spend too much of time for their medical bills, as well as they can use this for productive outcomes like income generation activities.
When we talk about sanitation, I feel that we really have to work on the behavioral change of the community in general. That is that is the need of the hour.
स्वच्छता और पानी पानी हमको बचानी है ये जिंदगानी।
बारिश और बाढ़ ने इस बार लंबे समय तक लोगों को परेशान किया है। जिस वैशाली की धरती ने पूरी दुनिया को लोकतंत्र का पाठ पढ़ाया था, उससे जुड़ी अनमोल यादें आज बाढ़ के पानी में मिटने की कगार पर पहुंच गई हैं। ऐसे में इन धरोहरों की हिफाजत नहीं हुई तो आने वाली पीढ़ियों को शायद पता भी नहीं चलेगा। इन बौद्ध मंदिरों में कभी बुद्धम शरणम गच्छामि के बोल गूंजते थे, महात्मा बुद्ध के अनुयायियों का तांता लगा रहता था, लेकिन आज हर तरफ सैलाब का साया है। क्या मंदिर और क्या संग्रहालय, म्यांमार का मंदिर जलमग्न हो गया है तो ऐतिहासिक धरोहरें बाढ़ के पानी में तैर रही हैं। हर तरफ गंडक नदी की धारा बह रही है। वैशाली के इस इलाके में बौद्ध मंदिरों का पूरा संसार बसा हुआ है। बिहार सरकार 320 करोड़ रुपए खर्च करके बुद्ध सम्यक दर्शन संग्रहालय बनवा रही है, लेकिन अचानक गंडक नदी सबको डुबाने पर तुली हुई है। बगहा में न्यूज 18 की खबर का बड़ा असर हुआ है। न्यूज 18 पर खबर चलने के बाद प्रशासन ने रामनगर अंचल अधिकारी के नेतृत्व में आनन फानन में एक टीम का गठन किया है। ये टीम दोन के 2 पंचायतों के 26 गांवों का निरीक्षण कर नुकसान का आकलन करेगी और राहत देगी। न्यूज 18 ने खबर दिखाई थी कि कैसे दोन इलाके के लोग मरीजों को खाट पर लेकर पैदल अस्पताल जाते हैं और करीब 25 किलोमीटर का सफर उन्हें पैदल तय करना पड़ता है।
उस क्षेत्र में जो भी लोगों की कठिनाइयाँ है, जैसे किसी का घर कट गया है, आवासीय घर कटा है, पशु शेड कटा है, रास्ता कटा है, कलवर्ट पुल पुलिया कटा हुआ है, और नियमानुसार यथोचित कार्रवाई करते हुए उन लोगों को सारी सुविधाएं उपलब्ध कराएगी।
पहले जंगल और फिर कई नदियों को पार कर लोग अपने परिजनों का इलाज कराने जाते हैं। पहाड़ी इलाके में सभी रास्ते टूट चुके हैं। गाँव में इलाज का कोई इंतजाम नहीं। मजबूरी में लोग जान जोखिम में डालकर सफर कर रहे हैं। अब स्थिति बदलने की उम्मीद है।
सिवान में पानी से परेशानी की कई कहानी है। जरा हालात को भी देख लीजिए, जिसकी वजह से इन जैसे कई लोग अपने अपने घरों में बंधक बन गए हैं। तस्वीरें सिवान की, जहां का पौष इलाका महादेवा इन दिनों बारिश के पानी से बेहाल है। पानी लगने से चचरी के सहारे लोगों की जिंदगी कट रही है। वे जरूरी कामों के लिए ही घर से निकल रहे हैं और जिनके पास चचरी के पुल का सहारा नहीं है, वे घुटनों तक पानी लांघकर अपनी राह तय करने को मजबूर है। जी, बारिश का पानी लगने से लोगों की जिंदगी नर्क बन चुकी है। उन्हें बीमारी का डर सता रहा है। अगर ये कहा जाए कि लोग जल कैदी बन गए हैं तो गलत नहीं होगा, वो भी तब जब ये मोहल्ला बीजेपी के पूर्व सांसद ओम प्रकाश यादव सहित कई वीआईपी लोगों का है। ये व्यथा कथा सिर्फ एक साल की नहीं, हर साल की है। हर साल बरसात इन लोगों के लिए मुसीबत लेकर आती है।
गोपालगंज में गंडक के जलस्तर में कमी जरूर आ रही है, लेकिन बाढ़ पीड़ितों की परेशानी अभी कम नहीं हुई है। 4 दिन पहले गंडक बराज से 4 लाख क्यूसेक पानी छोड़ा गया था। ये पानी अब धीरे धीरे कम होने लगा है। हालांकि गोपालगंज में गंडक के निचले इलाकों में अभी भी बाढ़ जैसे हालात हैं। माचागढ़ प्रखंड का गोसिया और निमुया पंचायत बाढ़ से बुरी तरह प्रभावित है। यहाँ के बाढ़ पीड़ितों के सामने मवेशियों के लिए चारे की समस्या बड़ी है। कुल मिलाकर फिलहाल लोगों को राहत मिलती नहीं दिख रही।
हमको बचानी है ये जिंदगानी।
Water and sanitation are very interlinked subjects. When safe water and improved sanitation practices will help in improving the overall health, which can also reduce the poverty. When we started our project on water security, we realized that as an outsider, we look at water as a different segments, but as a community, as a user, we look at water as a common property resource, and I have to sustain my water to ensure that all my water needs, be it in drinking, agriculture, domestic use, can be met from the single source. Now, with that approach, we are propagating a one water concept, that every community should come together and look at water as a common property and conserve it, save it, and ensure that they have a sustainable water availability. On the other side, on sanitation, I think it's important that the behavioral change plays a critical role. The sanitation should become a part of their life, for which we promote a very strong mindset change of the communities, so they can adopt improved lifestyle and also try and make sanitation at their day-to-day life. They start managing their waste effectively, they start using toilets, they maintain the toilets effectively. So all these elements can help in achieving the sustainability in water and sanitation space. We adopt the saturation approach. So when we design a program, we expect that 100% household should get the equal services. Now with that approach, we have achieved the 100% open defecation free status for these villages, and hence the core objectives have been achieved in the project.
Hai ngan doji toilet ko jamban dola hai tangwan bhayaji. Shatsinya thaga gai sadana hoba jamsi bongai aibo sappa sappi. Togo tagai pauchi jongai shatnya kibu chalawa gai yam do wa do hai sa ela wogo langai jam nyang bu han doji hawane tangwa gai bu koi hadong apsang le jangai hau ko do hai gida.
Aibu kai sanga development hawa hor project sanga san haulabu aibu habua toji sangai development hawa ho jakse bu yang longa aibu olin yuko is ho project sanga aibu kan ka olin yuko tasa ko makala ning sangku ko hawan department song laga aibu ning sangku ko aibu thedang hauda aibu maya togo mi lapata togo aibu kai olin yuko ho development sanga little jam to kai they tinggi ko sanga kai aibu olin yuko kan sanga thedang ai ko hai ko hak so ko doje kya lang kai doje aibu kai hak swan kan ko thedang hawan kai little jaming si kai te khubu ko yin si kai open to sanga tauna ki bu song kai longan hawan ne kan te kula haubu little haubu aibu konsa ko ki kai langkai tu jawang ke sang tu longan ai bu hak soko olin yuko ho project ko ai bu mai ke kan ai bu mai yang kampua to ko pando olin yuko kan ka hak soko tu ji olin ko kya
mata te pani to pokhin ai bole tu bi safe aro time bi pichi safe pushi to ita to itu tingge panagana biste amang posti manokan so kushi paise aro time bi pichi safe pushi aro takat pi ita to pani pokhi bole chaple tate pisi time aro takat philai takato ita to itu tingge panagana piste to le mohan to pesi aram aro pesi kusi paese
ko tige logo kibuja sanebu Reverend Dr. Jingmak Bataway Hawaii Koyang kanai tei manga poring kaman tei gai jango oba to gai lang dai gai bando ko sauyan kanai kambubu.
By providing these sanitary toilets in the village to every household, and every household keeps their toilets clean. Now the sanitation condition is so much better.
No kam lar maya lar shamra shikine shamra shikika amamayam lo
स्वच्छता